Okay, this is a quick video overview of the Astronaut Series Spaceboard app. You obviously already tapped this button here to be watching this. The other video overview is a quick user's guide that will explain the commands. So I'm not going to be going over the commands that I'm hitting right now. I'm just going to be talking about the content. Please review that video and it'll give you a better feel for the actual how I'm doing what I'm doing. So looking at the well, before I do that though, I do want to point out that if you go into the little gearbox here, you can go to our website, touch that, and it will give you a little background. If you'll tap here where it says the science of our system, it'll give you some of the empirical studies that show that writing by hand is critically important for children. You'll need a stylus. This is a Boxwave, or you can get a Pogo at the Apple stores, because all of our systems, all of our content is based on a system that has the children writing by hand, as opposed to just tapping on the screen or clicking on a keyboard or a joystick, or typing on a keyboard and so forth, clicking on a mouse. This one is entitled How Writing by Hand Makes Kids Smarter. If you see, there's a blue area referencing a Wall Street Journal article here. You can tap on that, it'll load that. Again, lots of great studies. This one's called How Handwriting Trains the Brain. Bottom line is, it's important for young children, and our system is based or focused on kids pre-K to 6th grade, but it really applies to children of all ages. When Mom said write it down, you'll remember it, she knew what she was talking about. Okay, so again, not going to go into the actual commands in this video. We're going to talk a little bit about the content. In the Astronaut and the Rocket series, which is the next app that will be out, we're dealing primarily with basic visual motor integration skills, hand-eye coordination, word recognition, directionality, geometric shapes, numerals, alphabet characters, rhyming words and so forth, word families. And these are basically sequential as to how they should be used. It'd be better to start with the first one than the last one, as far as a kind of a scaffolding step-by-step approach for the child learning. So going into the first skill packet, which is skill packet number 1, we get the scope and sequence of this particular skill packet: tracking left to right, tracing top to bottom, language development, association, the directions, and then the skill that the child will acquire in this particular exercise. Now, I'm having to write kind of side saddle here because of the camera orientation, but again, the child will be writing from left to right, so they're getting the directionality. You can change, as we'll show in the other video, the thickness and the color, all the way up to so a good way to do this is really to start the child with the thicker settings, and then to hone the hand-eye coordination down to the thinner level, so they could really start with a very coarse setting, and then when they're really getting their hand-eye coordination down, so starting very coarse, and then you of course change colors, which kids love to do, and then finally when they have really achieved that dexterity and hand-eye coordination, get it down to where they're, and again, I'm writing at a about a 60-degree angle there, so that's probably emulates pretty well a pre-K-er. All right, so now going to our table of contents, we can choose a different book, tracking and tracing, more exercises. We can, as we progress, Now they're matching. These are some cognitive exercises where they're to circle the icon. Great exercises there. Kids will just do these over and over and over again. They can get into their letters. Again, lots going on here. They're getting their letter shapes. They're getting their word association. We can get into rhyming words. Cat, mat, log, frog, fox, box, and so forth. And then at the end of each individual book, there are ruled lines for them to write on, blank page, and just a blank page for them to have some real freewheeling fun, drawing maybe their interpretation of their favorite icon or picture in the skill packet. So that's just a brief orientation. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll be adding many more apps to our library of Spaceboard skill packets